Hello and welcome back to TechDay's 10-Minute IT Jams. I'm TechDay's Managing Editor and today we're talking cybersecurity with Attivo Networks. Attivo Networks is a US-based technology vendor in the cybersecurity space. The company focuses on threat detection and deception. Today we're talking with Solutions Engineer Vlado Vajdic about the company's EDN Deflect feature and how it can not just protect organizations from attacks, but also delay attack progress. Welcome, Vlado.
Thank you very much, Sarah. It's really good to be talking to you.
Brilliant. All right, let's get started. So Attivo Networks has a new Deflect feature. How does this fit into the Attivo solution?
Yeah, so this feature is new, soon to be released, and it's something that defenders didn't have in their arsenal so far. So it's something new, something that can help them detect the attackers that have taken over a computer inside their network. What normally happens is, this is what the attackers first do. So the biggest vulnerability in everybody's networks is the humans in front of the computers. There are many things that can be done with security awareness, but still, with well-executed phishing attack, anybody is vulnerable. Once the computer is taken over, the detection is what is needed. The attacker will try to scan the network, probe the network, find something they're looking for, something they can monetize, or whatever the mission of the attack is. And during this process, they will scan the network and they will scan unused part of the networks. We call these networks dark nets or dark address space. And this is where Deflect helps. Deflect will detect these attempts, these probes, and will generate accurate alerts for the defenders so they can react, contain the attacker, and then remove the attacker. So that is the aim. This wasn't available before. There are some other tools that can detect similar activity, but this is the first time that this can be traced, that the alerts are more accurate. So this is something that wasn't available before and that can really help defenders with their job.
Brilliant. So what kind of attacks and adversaries can it protect against?
So really, any sort of attack can be detected using this technique. It can be just common malware that is trying to take over as many computers around your network as possible. It could be information stealers. It could be ransomware. It could be more serious malware, because ransomware wants to encrypt as many computers as possible. So they also want to scan the network and go around. Or it can be human-directed malware or human-directed attacks. So it could be cyber criminals trying to steal money from you, or it could be even nation-state attacks. Even more and more common enterprises are vulnerable or targets of nation-state attackers these days. So what kind of attacks? So any attacker, once they get into the network, they don't really know where they landed. They are going to look for something to steal. They're going to be scanning the network, and they're going to be touching empty space. And so any outgoing connection to an unknown IP or an unknown service on the network is going to be detected by Deflect, and defenders can then take over and do their job. So in summary, any sort of attack that starts on the endpoint and any sort of adversary, either targeted or non-targeted, is something that can be detected.
So one of the features of Deflect is that it can delay attack processes. Now, how does this work?
Well, one of the features of Attivo platform is called deception. So what that happens is once an attacker tries to connect to an unknown IP or an IP that is not used, we will connect this session and we will redirect this attacker to a decoy. Decoy is a computer system or a service on the network with specific purpose of detection. So it doesn't have any real value in the network, doesn't contain any useful data. So it is only there to collect information about the attackers. So once the attacker connects to one of these decoys, they're going to be spending some time working out where they connected to. This will disorient them, this will confuse them, and this will waste their time. And also, it will make their attack more expensive. These days, attackers, you know, they're subject to economic pressures as everyone else. And they will try to do attacks as cheaply as possible. This will delay them, and perhaps it'll act as a deterrence. It may actually make them go somewhere else and attack someone else. So delaying attackers is good because it allows defenders more time to react and to contain the attackers. So delaying tactic is really useful. And again, something else defenders have got in their arsenal now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always good to waste cyber criminals' time, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, so how can defenders investigate, respond, contain, and recover from attacks?
So once the detection is done, once there is an alert, the first job for the defenders is to confirm the alert and get as much information as possible about the attacker so the response can be targeted and quick. So a confirmation is, we make it really easy because the alert will tell you which process is creating connections to unknown address space. It will tell you which file on the file system is causing this alert to pop up. So investigation is quick, and how they can respond, the platform, the Attivo platform, allows you to isolate the endpoint remotely. So once you know where the attack is coming from, you can remotely isolate this computer from the network, which means that it won't be able to progress the attack. So the attacker suddenly will see that they're isolated. They can't connect to any other system. And then this computer can be removed from the network and cleaned up. So we make this process quick, and obviously with the delaying tactic, there will be more time to execute this process. So at that point in time, the attacker will be removed from the network, and the defenders can go to their business as usual, which is detecting more attacks and using their resources in other areas. Defenders' resources are always limited. There is always more attacks. There is always more investigations. So this is, as I said before, another tool in their arsenal, something that is useful for quick detection and quick response to most of the attacks these days. So we're really looking forward to bringing this feature to the market and seeing the feedback we see from our customers.
Brilliant. All right, definitely keep an eye out for Deflect on the market. So this concludes our Tech Day 10-minute IT Jam with Attivo Networks Solutions Engineer Vlado Vajdic. Thank you so much for talking to us today, Vlado.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.